And then think about this. Why isn't this brought up when we talk about, and I brought the issue or the potential issue of opt-outs up as well. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see if it happens. I don't have the answer, but I've brought that same thing up. But do we realize how many players are playing meaningless regular season games throughout the season who will be playing in the NFL? Not every NFL player plays at Alabama and Clemson. There are tons of players playing for 7-5 teams whose last month of the season are meaningless, and they still go out there every week and play hard. And they're going to get drafted in the NFL. They're playing meaningless games.
Tennessee, I think a great example. There's no confirmation of this yet, but Jalen Hyatt has, in my personal opinion, the best season of a wide receiver in college football this year. And he just signed this giant NIL deal with Hyatt Hotels. They announced it today, actually, just earlier today. And our theory is that it's probably a setup to promote for the bowl game. Like the bowl game is going to be very high profile, prime time, December 30th. A lot of people are going to be watching, and now they have this tie-in with Jalen Hyatt, who's going to be one of the most talked about guys on there. And that the guys on that broadcast are going to go, "Hey, look, he's with Hyatt Hotels. Isn't this cool?" Or funny or whatever. And they know they're going to get that exposure if they don't actually have like a commercial or something planned. I honestly don't know. And reading the tea leaves, again, no confirmation of this at all, but I think it might mean he's going to play in this game. And he's projected as a first-round pick in some places. And so it doesn't just come, again, that's so cynical to just be like, they're all going to opt out. They don't care. Yeah, maybe like you said, maybe at Alabama and Clemson and Georgia, maybe if they get stuck in a game they don't want to play in. But otherwise, like these guys, especially at schools that like don't get to play at these super high levels every year, teams that have a surprise season like Tennessee, best season since 2003. Hopefully it continues moving forward and we don't have giant droughts of terrible football. But these teams that aren't at this level every single year, those guys are going to play. I just don't buy that. And you can give them other motivations, NIL, things like that could get them into those games too. It sort of gives them a fallback of sorts. Like a guy like Jalen Hyatt, let's say he does play, and God forbid, I don't want to speak this into existence at all. Let's say he got hurt in that game. The NIL is a huge, incredible fallback for those guys, a real insurance policy to go like, even if you miss this NFL opportunity for this year, you can come back. We'll get you set up with an NIL. You're going to be making money. You're still a huge name. Things like that. That there's a lot of things that could happen here that I don't think it's a complete oversimplification to go like, oh, these dudes will just sit out and these games are going to stink. I don't think you can say that. I just think that's totally oversimplified and doesn't take into account human nature and the things that are involved in college football right now. But again, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.